because you share this video, you talk to someone, you help somebody, you show somebody God that can help their family for generations to come.
But we never really thought about Islam because propaganda, you make you scared of it. So you don't even want to touch it, don't even want to look at it.
Han Meditations. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're having a good Ramadan. I'm Han. This is my wife, Kelly. We're going to be doing videos. We're going to try and drop videos every single day. I think we're going to start around 9 a.m. if that works for everybody. If not, we'll just get them out when we can.
EST.
But yeah, EST, Eastern Standard Time. So that time seems to work for everybody. So we'll go from there. But we're going to be doing more videos on Islam because we love it. That's why, because we like to do it. We just look at videos that are interesting to us and videos that we like. And this has been the most interesting thing so far that we have really just locked into. And you guys seem to love it too. So it's a pure, awesome journey from God. And we're very appreciative of everybody that's watching, everybody that is subscribing. Thank you guys for being here. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe. And man, we love it. We're reading all the comments. We're trying to get through to you guys. And let us know what you want to see from us, and we'll go from there. So
thank you so much.
Let's get into this video. I'm excited for this one.
As a Christian, I consider Jesus a prophet.
Okay.
But he's a prophet of the one God. There's not several. As a Christian, I worship Allah.
Yo, I'm not going to lie. That is like what we've been saying. Like, that is like low key what we've been saying. I just need to pause this for a second because that is exactly what Kelly and I have been saying. Before, we didn't even really know what Islam was about, what any of this was about. We had a lot of friends that were Muslim, that were Arabic, that were, you know, of Arabic descent, of different places. We have a lot of friends that are Palestinian, friends that are from Jordan, different places in the world. And it's just, when we started to look into it, so we were familiar with the culture, we're familiar with some of the sayings, but not as much as the religion.
Yeah, we never really discussed religion with them. We would see their cultures and, you know, maybe go to events and parties they were having with weddings. That was really cool.
We eat their food, good food, and all that. So, and that's what's crazy, because I was, so the whole time I'm like, so I do believe in Allah. Like, it's crazy because you might not even realize. And that's why we're trying to spread this to as many people as possible. So if you're watching, share the video, like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel so we can get this word out, because this is crazy. Because we were saying the same thing from our perspective. Jesus was a prophet. And whenever I heard that the Muslims believe that too, I was like, wait a minute. They believe Jesus was a prophet from God? That's what he was. So it's crazy, man. All right, let's just watch the video because I'm already getting beside myself. I'm already getting too excited. So it's just, man, I love this kind of stuff. It's really crazy. I just love it. So
Gary Wills has been a leading commentator on political and religious life in America for decades and is well respected in the Christian community. After reading the Quran, he came to the realization that Muslims worship the one true God.
As a Christian, I worship Allah.
Allah is the one who gave life to you and me. He is not a man or an object, but rather he is unlike anything you can comprehend with your senses. He is the Most High above his creation and worthy of all praise.
And at some point, people asked, well, who here has read the Quran? None of us had. And a friend of mine said, not even you, Gary? I thought you were a student of religion. And I said, yeah, that's the problem. I'm totally ashamed. And so I went and have been trying to repair that stupidity ever since. But I've tried in a lot of venues to ask how many people have read the Quran. Dare I do it now? How many have read the Quran? A minority, certainly. Well, I don't want to shame you, but I do. I think we should all be ashamed. You know, We're throwing our weight around in a world where almost a quarter of the population are Muslims. And not to know, how can you say the Islamic State is a false construct if you don't know what true Islam is?
Unfortunately, many people today are just too lazy to do research. The majority simply judge based on preconceived notions and negative stereotypes which have been presented to them by the mainstream media for many years now, where they depict Muslims as evil villains who are out to destroy the so-called free world.
I'm just going to pause it real quick again because we were saying all of this information. It's just like, it really is crazy how he just said the same things that we've been thinking, because it's like, I always see myself as someone that's open-minded, someone who wants to listen, who wants to learn. How did I not know this information for so long? Because we were just saying that it almost seems like we don't watch the news. We feel like the news is poisoning your mind, and everyone that's watching it is programming their mind for negativity and negative actions. That is why I always talk about doing meditations for positivity, and all my meditations just have positive affirmations because you're programming your subconscious mind. So whenever you start thinking about it, if you don't trust the news, what is the news saying about Muslims? What is the news saying about the Islamic State? What are they trying to do to Islam? They're trying to destroy it. Why is that? You have to ask yourself these questions and really wonder why this is happening in the first place.
Well, the crazy thing is, both of us have always been people to not trust the news, not trust the media, to the point where whatever they're promoting on there, the truth is the opposite.
Yeah, I'm doing the opposite.
But we never really thought about how it portrays Islam because, when it comes to like the Iraq war and everything going on with the United States, that's when we were kind of kids. So we couldn't really think about it. And, as we became teenagers, adults, almost putting a propaganda,
They're doing propaganda to make Islam look bad at all times. It's very simple. It's not complicated. They're trying to make it look bad.
And make you scared of it. So you don't even want to touch it. Don't even want to look at it. You're just scared and you just automatically think it's wrong.
Yeah. So let's continue watching. This is just crazy.
It's laughable that the very ones who push these narratives are the ones taking away our freedom, little by little. Of course, all of this is done intentionally to keep people away from the truth, but that barrier is breaking.
يشرك بالله فقد ضل ضلالا بعيدا إن يدعون من دونه وإن يدعون إلا شيطانا مريدا لعنه الله وقال لأتخذن من عبادك نصيبا مفروضا ولأضلنهم ولأمنينهم ولآمرنهم فليبتكن آذان الأنعام ولآمرنهم فليغيرن خلق الله ومن يتخذ الشيطان وليا من دون الله فقد خسر خسرانا مبينا يعدهم ويمنيهم وما يعدهم الشيطان إلا غرورا أولئك مأواهم جهنم ولا يجدون عنها محيصا والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات سندخلهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا وعد الله حقا ومن أصدق من الله قيلا.
Awesome. So yeah, exactly what he said is the things that we've been saying over and over and over again. The more we learn, it's like, okay, so it is the same God. Like, it's the same God.
It definitely is.
Like, that's what people don't understand. People think it's like Christians are worshiping one God and Muslims are worshiping another God and all that. It's the same God. Mm-hmm. You just believe slightly variables, and you believe that this is, a lot of people believe that Jesus is God and all this information.
I mean, even
now, I'd be fine. Go ahead.
I was just going to say really quick, even when we did the video where we compared each of the main religions across the world, Islam and Christianity, it was almost the same with all the beliefs, even heaven, hell, all these things. Very, very similar.
Yeah, it's really, they really are very similar. And a lot of people just, they don't know. That's the only problem that's holding them back is information. As the guy said, he was embarrassed. I've been embarrassed by how little I know, but that's why we have this channel, so that we can learn, grow, and experience it together, because we have to learn it together. We all are on a journey together trying to get closer to God. Now, that's the issue with a lot of people. They are too far away from God. They believe and they put strength in other things that God has created. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So people are putting all of their faith in the universe. Why aren't you putting your faith in God? God created the universe. Now, the universe we live in it, it's not a bad thing, but it's just, why even go to level below God? Like, why would you ever go to level below God? And of course, like I said, it's not bad to have guides, to have spirit guides, ancestors, maybe someone that passed, you feel their presence, or that, none of that's bad. But if you're worshiping them like a god, that's whenever false idols come into play. So, exactly.
Or if you think that they have information, they know something more than God knows, because they're the thing of this element, that they understand it better, that they're of earth, they understand earth better. No one has a better, clear picture of everything over God.
Yeah. And we're definitely going to get a lot of different people on to talk about different subjects, because we want to get different religions together. And I want to start talking to people and say, well, why don't you believe this in Islam? Why don't you believe this, but you don't believe that? And really kind of have a sparring of opinions where, a fruitful discussion where we can truly all grow and expand. Because even whenever we started learning about Islam, we started learning about different Muslims, how they encourage people to have different opinions and to really have a battle of opinions and differences. And I love that, because I love having discussions with people, and I love having debates with people, arguments, whatever you want to call it. I love having those kind of discussions with people so that we can discuss and come to a mutual agreement and really understand, because a lot of people aren't thinking. They're not using their mind. They're not critically thinking. If I see something, then I say I'm wrong. If I see Islam, I'm not just going to say, oh, well, I was raised Christian, so guess what? That's a different God. That's bad. No, I'm going to look at it objectively and say, okay, you know what? This is right. This is right here. What they're saying in here is right. So we actually have our copy of the Quran. It is right over there. We got it yesterday. We're actually doing a blog style coming very soon. We're probably going to drop that this week so you guys can see the journey, because the journey was actually pretty interesting and special of how we actually got our Quran and all that. It was pretty awesome. So we got it to learn, to study, to actually see what it says.
Yeah. So that's a pretty fun, little bit of a different style video than you've ever seen from us. So it's not very long or anything, but pretty fun, exciting one. So do stay tuned for that. But absolutely, we believe that it's almost like a lost art these days, where people don't want to really truly hear each other out. And that is something we stand for, the freedom of speech, to at least be able to discuss these things. Even if you don't agree, they should be able to talk about it.
Absolutely.
So we want to bring that more about here on this channel, because all along it's always been about us learning. And these conversations will help the learning even more.
That's all we want to do, is bring about a different change. We want to enlighten people. We want to bring light to people. We want to bring God to people. We want to show people that through God, anything is possible, because we have seen the miracles that God brings that only God can bring. Yeah. We have seen these miracles happen, and we want to share this experience with everybody else. That's why we're so passionate about it. It's not just a job for us. It's not just coming in here working, because we did this for 4 years without getting a single cent. Every single time, over 700 videos. It's not just a job. It's a journey. It's what we came here to do, to spread the word of God. We take it serious. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's not just laughing and having a good time all the time. Now, of course, we like to laugh. We like to have a good time, but I'm just saying it's not about that all the time. Sometimes it's about serious work and putting in the work and leading people to God in a way that they can have everlasting faith and hope in God forever and ever and ever. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring that faith of God to people so that they can have something that they can hold on to, that they can bring to their families for generations to come, something they can bring. Really think about it. The word of God to their family for generations to come, because you share this video, you talk to someone, you help somebody, you show somebody God, that can help their family for generations to come. One person that doesn't believe in God, you can show them God, you can bring them God. This will help them. This will change them for generations to come. It will change the fabric of existence just by showing them God and teaching them the ways of God.
Wow. So beautiful. I mean, it truly is just, we understand firsthand the power of God. And when you put all the other things to the side, because even us, I would say for a while, we were probably kind of more like towards the universe type people, you know?
I mean, I wouldn't say that necessarily, but I was never like that, actually.
I always believed in God. But our relationship
we've always
has
believed in
developed
God
so much more.
Yeah, of course. We've always believed in God, but at one point, it's not like, oh, we're against God or whatever, but you're on a spiritual journey. Everything is spiritual. Right. So at one point, you're just figuring things out. Oh, okay, you know, this is about, you know, the synchronicities of the universe, because that is comes into play.
Right.
That is from God.
Yeah.
But like I said, at some point or another, you have to focus on God and only God. Whenever I was on my health journey, if you want to learn more about it, watch our podcast and all that. But basically, a miracle happened within me that was almost impossible. So through that journey, I had to have the strength and the power of God. There is nothing else that could do it. So during that whole journey, the whole journey was a journey of bringing me closer to God, bringing both of us closer to God. It's not that we are far away from God, but it's just that we had to make God the one focus of our life to truly expand. And that is why now, as soon as we started talking about God and spreading the journey of God, that's why our channel started to blow up even more. We started to get more subscribers. We started to get more people watching, and we're grateful for every second, every instant. We're grateful for it.
Yeah,
so thank you all for being here and watching it. Please subscribe so that we can all share the word of God together.
Yep. All at the same time, all of it's exploding while this miraculous healing, essentially at the same time we move to a new home. It's all happening now because it's all God's divine plan. So we are so grateful to have you here with us. And
yeah, you have no idea how grateful this whole process, how grateful we are throughout this whole process, because we've been training and getting better the entire time. That's what a lot of people don't know. You have to be doing the work when no one is watching. You have to practice the way that you're speaking. You have to be an intelligent person. If you want to spread the word of God, if you want to spread the word of Islam, whatever your goal is, whenever you're spreading the word of God, you have to be an intelligent person. Otherwise, people aren't going to be listening to what you're saying. You have to be able to articulate your words in a very specific way so that you can get out the opinions that are in your brain, articulate them out into reality, and then you can change and sway the opinions of other people. So if there's anything that we're saying that you resonate with, please like the video, please subscribe, please comment, because we see it all, we appreciate it, and that's all we need. That is all we need.
Absolutely.
If you want to donate, you absolutely can. We love it because we're just putting more money into here. We're donating money to charitable causes. We're trying to do what God would want us to do. And it's just so beautiful of an experience having my wife here, Kelly, and just getting closer to God. You have no idea how grateful we are. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. We truly appreciate you. And together, like, this is the start of our journey. We're going to be doing big things. Awesome things are coming. So stay tuned and stay with us.
Thank you.